Welcome back, guys, for another video. I'll be talking about the market. I'll be talking about the different key level I'm watching, my game plan for next week. But before going over the past action, we need to go over the weekly calendar to see what kind of event that may be affecting the market next week. So quickly, let's go over the calendar. If we go to the calendar, on Monday, we have nothing on the docket. So nothing scheduled on Monday. So it's going to be a calm day. On Tuesday, we have Veterans Day. The stock market is open and the bond market will be closed. All right. And other than that, there's nothing major that will be moving the market. On Wednesday, we have a couple of Fed speakers that will be speaking. So they can actually mention some stuff that can create volatility in the market. So worth watching that. And on Thursday, we have the main event for this week, right, which pretty much is CPI. So this week is going to be inflation week. And so we're going to have CPI data year over year for CPI. We also have a couple of Fed speakers as well speaking. And the next day, we also have PPI as well. And on Friday, we have another level of PPI data, inflation data. And all this can actually have a good major move on the market. So this week, we're going to be pretty much busy on inflation. And on Friday, we have the consumer sentiment, the final rate on consumer sentiment. That's what we have. So inflation week is going to be really busy. And if you're trading, you need to be aware of that volatility that may come to the market. And if you take a look quickly on the earnings calendar, we also have some good company that will be releasing the earnings as well. So I'm actually looking at Beyond to see how they actually do as earnings, since the stock had a good volatility lately. I'm definitely looking at Disney as well. And let me see what other company I'll be watching as well. I'm watching what a call with this actually releasing on Monday after the close. Not a lot of name that I'm mainly watching. Definitely again, just to go over it. Call Wave, Beyond Meat, Cycle, Disney. I would say Cisco as well. Other than that, I would see if there's anything actually comes to my mind. But other than that, that's pretty much a key name I'll be watching. Let me know in the comment if there's any key earnings you think I should pay attention to as well. But let's actually go over SPY really quick, so we don't actually make this video too long. I'm gonna go over the price action of SPY. So if you look at SPY, let's actually go to the weekly time frame to see what kind of price action we have. We pretty much trading at the all-time high. We have a strong selling pressure last week. So if you look on the weekly time frame, we have a negative return of 1.63% on SPY. So pretty much trading to the downside at the top, which is not really crazy. Like every time the stock market moving that big that way, people are thinking about the market crashing. The market is not crashing, it's just and we pretty much giving back some of the profit. But if you look at the daily time frame, right, we pretty much actually have a nice pullback, right? We pretty much have a nice pullback, and on Friday we will pretty much watch the buyer showed up and bought the dip from that low to around the 650 to all the way to 670 or 671. 671. All right, so but that was pretty much a huge recovery on Friday. If you look on the 15-minute time frame, you can see the V-shaped recovery right here, right? Pretty much trading to the downside. We're trading to the downside, and we have a V-shaped recovery. It actually closed above the opening price, which was pretty much a major sign that we can actually push up to the upside on Monday. And right now, it seems like there's some talk regarding the government to be open again. So this can be a bullish sign for the market. So for tomorrow, I'm definitely watching the 674 level to see how the price we actually react. Are we going to be opening above that or below it? So I think if we open above that, we can actually have a good price action moving up to the upside. I'm definitely watching a key target. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right. So I'm definitely watching a key target that all the way to the 680. I think we can actually go back and actually retest that. Maybe before that, I'm definitely watching the 678 as the earlier target to watch on SPY right here. So if we clear the 674, we can actually make it a 4-point move to the upside and go near the 674. I mean the 678 right here. So break that level, actually make a move to the 674 before actually going to my main target, the 680. And for the rest of the day, since we are CPI, we need to actually have an idea about how the price can move. All right. So if we pretty much have a strong move to one side, either to the upside or to the downside, we can actually have a big move, right? And we need to see where we can go. So if you look at from where we are right now to see how far we are from all-time high, it's almost about 2.7%. And to the downside, we were all the way down here, that same range. It's all about that low right here. That's pretty much like a huge range, that 2.70%. I think the price can move altogether. It's about 5%. But I'm mainly looking to see how we trade to the upside. I'm focused to the upside because we pretty much have added a decent gap. I mean, not gap, pullback at the top right here. I was mainly focused on a bearish price action. I was taking put, and that's how I made money with my team last week, mainly trading put. So this week, right, I'm pretty much to see if you can actually catch the upside and continue the uptrend. Because if you got the bigger picture, right, it's pretty much we're still in the uptrend. We're still in the uptrend and we can actually bounce really easily. However, if we cannot hold let me show you guys here. If we cannot hold this level right here, I'll say the 668.5, we definitely need to see the price action actually hold. Let's actually change this really quick. The 668.5, I need the price action to actually hold at that level. If you cannot hold that, then we can actually go and retest that previous low right here. So below 668.5, then I will turn bearish and look for any bearish opportunity to the downside, make money to the downside. All right. Other than that, if we clear the 674, I'll look to the upside. And if you lose that, test the Friday low. That will be a target I'll be watching, and all the way down here, another target to actually watch with CPI as well. Where's my right here? Which is gonna be if you go to the 4 hour, we have a bigger zone. I would say I probably gonna have a zone here. I know why my laptop is pretty lagging a little bit, but yeah, I'm definitely watching for that zone here to see if you can actually come back to it. But that's definitely what I'm watching. So if you can actually clear this level, definitely want to see if you clear this level, go near the 661, 662. If you can actually cannot hold this, then the person can actually go back to that demand zone. And here, I'll probably look for a buy opportunity as well. Other than that, for buying opportunity, want to see a clear move above the 674. If you can clear that, then we actually have a nice room to go test the 680. And if we have a stronger move, to go test the new all-time high. That's something I'm watching. And so far, my sentiment is pretty much on the bullish side, unless we pretty much lose the 658. And even early, also, I would say the 670 as well. That will be the first news that we don't want to actually be below the 670. If you go below 670, there's a good chance to go test the 668. And if you lose the 668, we can actually have a strong selling pressure toward that level before actually going to that inside that demand zone right here. So I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna stop here. But if you have any question, let me know. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.